What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are going to be discussing healthy habits that I use that are very important to me, that really affect how I feel on a day-to-day basis, how productive I am, and just healthy habits that are really important to my life and overall make me feel so much better. Number one is that I prioritize self-care. So prioritizing self-care is very important to me because your body's just important. Your mental well-being is very important. And if you're not in an okay and happy mental state, then you're not going to be okay physically. You're not going to be as fun and as happy of a person to other people as you could be. So prioritizing self-care is really important, whether that's exercising, eating healthy, drinking enough water, washing like your face every day, taking a bath, taking a shower, anything like that. Just making that a priority in your life and not just pushing that aside whenever things become too busy is just like really important. So number two is I enjoy my mornings. I do my best to enjoy before life gets crazy. So I typically, on the weekends and on days that I don't have class or don't have work, I won't wake up to an alarm. I'll just wake up naturally, and I prefer to wake up naturally. I just get in such a better mood. I'm so much happier. Just like overall, like I feel so much better when I can just wake up when my body is ready to wake up rather than having an alarm set and then waking up to that. So with that being said, after I get up in the morning, I try and really enjoy my mornings. So I will open the blinds, let the sunlight in, make my bed, and then I will make my cup of coffee and some breakfast, and I come back in here and really I will sit, look out the window, enjoy the morning, drink my coffee, eat my breakfast. Sometimes I will listen to a podcast. Lately I've been listening to the Crime Junkie podcast. It is so good. I'm literally obsessed with it. It's amazing. So I typically will listen to that in the morning, and then I will get ready. I'll light some candles and put on some slippers and a sweater or a oversized hoodie, and I just really try and enjoy my mornings and not rush through them, because the rest of my day is so rushed and so busy all the time that my mornings are really important to me, and that's my me time, and I just want to enjoy that peacefulness and that quietness and really take that in, and it's just a really good way to start my day. So my next healthy habit is candles. This, I know, sounds so goofy, but I love candles and I'm literally obsessed with them. They are everywhere in my apartment. Like every room that you walk into, there's at least a candle in there because I light them all the time. So as I just previously said, I light my candles every morning, and they're going while I'm getting ready, while I'm doing my hair. I light them when I'm doing work. Nighttime, I will light them when Christian and I are watching a movie or eating dinner. They're just always lit, and they're lit, bro. And right now, I have 2 candles lit. This is one of them. It's hazelnut cream. It's so good. It smells like heaven. I can't even explain it. And then I have this vanilla one lit also. These two together smell so amazing, and I just love it. And then I also do have candles that I keep in the living room, more like fall candles, and then I have pumpkin candles also. So those two, the hazelnut cream and vanilla, are typically the ones that I will light in my room in the mornings, and then when I'm working throughout the day. And then at nighttime in the living room, I will light the pumpkin candles And we have like a mulled cider and a like fallen leaves one. And the smells just like really mesh and like go really well together. And I always thought that it was really weird to me when people would light a bunch of candles, and I was like, isn't like all the scents like colliding and like it just smells awful? But I think it's really important to find the two or like however many candles you want. Make sure those scents go together before you light them both, or else you're just gonna have like an overwhelming amount of smell and it's gonna be crazy. So candles just really set my mood, put me in a good mood, and I love them. Is number 4. The fourth healthy habit is water. So I like to have water all the time. I always carry a water bottle with me. I am always drinking water, like no matter what. No matter how cold it is outside, I have a glass of ice water or something. So when I'm around the house, I will typically have this mason jar with my little metal straw in it with my water, and I will drink about 2 of those like a day at least. And then if I'm out, I always have like a water bottle with me as well. Water is really, really important to me, and I just love it. I love water. It makes me feel refreshed. It makes me feel energized. Your body needs water. Another way that I like to incorporate water in my day is drinking a big glass of water right before I have my coffee or right after I wake up. This is something that I swear by, and I tell everyone that I know. I tell my boyfriend, and I tell my friends, and I tell my parents, and I tell my family, and I tell my dog, even though she can't do anything about it. But I tell literally everyone, I swear by this. Drink water as soon as you wake up before you have your cup of coffee. And I'm not saying like a sip of water or, you know, a little shot of water whenever you take your medications. Like, no, drink a big glass of water first thing in the morning when you wake up. It will kickstart your body. It will make you feel so much more awake instead of getting on that caffeine high and then just falling and having that like crash at like, you know, 10, 11 o'clock. You drink water, you have your caffeine in you, and then you're good for the whole day. Water is so important to your body and your organs, and it just jump starts everything and makes you feel literally so much better. So number 5 is meal prepping. So meal prepping is basically planning your meals for the entire week. So whether that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, all the above, like whatever, it's just planning everything out, making sure you have all the ingredients for it so that you don't need to go to the store every day. And meal prepping is super important also. Christian and I do our best to meal prep, but sometimes it's hard. You know, we're college students. Sometimes he works late. Sometimes he doesn't get home till, 11 o'clock at night. Sometimes he gets home at like 3 o'clock. So what we have is very sporadic and we can't really go by any sort of plan. But what we do try and do, what we do is planning out like, okay, this is a general idea of what we're going to have to eat this week. This is what we need at the grocery store. Like, we'll go to the grocery store, get all of that, come home, and then we have all the ingredients for everything that we're making that week. So we don't need to keep going back to the grocery store and then get it later. So Sundays are typically the days that we will go to the grocery store if he's not at work. We'll go to the grocery store and kind of cook something for dinner that night. Whenever we do make dinner, though, we usually will have leftovers, and we will make enough so that we have leftovers so that we have food and like lunch for like the next day and things like that. So yesterday was Sunday, and last night we actually did just make a double batch of turkey chili, which is my absolute favorite in the fall. It is so delicious and so healthy for you. I'm actually planning on doing a chili recipe video. So comment down below if you guys would be interested in seeing that. It is perfect for fall. I mean, everyone loves chili, and who doesn't like chili that's like healthy for you? So we just made a double batch of turkey chili. It is so good. And now we have food for like the rest of the week, and we don't have to be like, oh, what are we gonna have for dinner tonight? Because let's be real, that's like the most stressful time of the whole day, is trying to figure out what you're having for dinner every single night. So habit number 6 is brain dump. So in the morning, I will get a notebook and just write. Whether that's like writing about the dream that I had, or everything that I have to do that day, or what's been bothering me. I just write whatever is on my mind. And there's no mistake, there's no spelling corrections, there's no punctuation. You just write. And write until, write to your heart's content. I just write everything out and really just get it all on paper, get all of my thoughts on paper, and just be done. I will write all of my thoughts down, get it all on paper. If I'm anxious about something, that will usually come out. Writing first thing in the morning is really important. Just working your brain as soon as you get up is really important. They say that your brain is at like its peak in the morning, and it's at its like most creative state. So a lot of people try and write in the morning rather than later at night when you're like tired. So I always write in the morning. There's no wrong answer. There's no, like I said, spelling or punctuation, which is hard for me because I love writing and I love grammar. And if I spell something wrong or don't punctuate correctly, I will have to go back and fix it because I'm like OCD about it. But the point is to, nothing's wrong. Don't cross out anything. Just write and don't stop writing. So number 7 is to make a to-do list. So as a part of my morning routine, after I brain dump, I get in another notebook and I make a to-do list. So that to-do list basically has everything that I need to do during the day, obviously, because it's a to-do list. So this can include making my bed, doing my skincare routine, like lighting the candles, like literally everything. I like to write down so many things that I do. One, so that I can go through and cross it off, because that's my favorite part, is like putting a little check mark in the box and like crossing it off. Like being able to see that is like really helpful for me. So I will go through and make that list, and not only does it help with like me being able to physically cross it off, but whenever I'm thinking, whenever I have like, an hour that I'm sitting here and I'm like, dang, I feel like I have so much to do, but like what do I need to do? And like trying to rack my brain and think about everything that needs to be done, I just go back in the list and look through the list, and it's super easy and convenient, and it just works really well for me. Number 8, which I kind of mentioned with number 7, number 8 is to make my bed. So I make my bed every single morning, and whether I'm like dead tired or not, I make the bed, which is weird because I used to never make my bed. Literally never. I never grew up where, you had to make your bed every morning, and, everything had to be like super tidy and clean and organized and everything like that. Like, granted, yes, my mom wanted the house clean. That's a given. Like, obviously she wants the house clean. As a teenager, you don't care. Like, you just don't. And so I never made the bed. And I actually started making the bed probably about a year ago, I would say. And I started making the bed every morning when I would get up. One, because it helped me not really get back in it. like after it's made, I'm like, oh, like I don't really know if I want to make it again, so I just won't get back in bed. And 2, it just like starts the day off on like a really good note. Like, okay, the bed is clean, the bed is made, like my room is clean, everything's where it like needs to be. And then 3, coming home at night to a made bed just makes you feel so much better. And 4, I feel like a princess whenever I get into a made bed, so that's another reason that I do it. But it just helps me clean, like stay organized and clean. And whenever like my physical world is clean, then my mental world is clean, if that makes sense. So if my room is clean and the apartment is clean, then mentally I just feel better and more put together than if I came home to like a mess. 9 is taking a break from social media. So I don't do this often. I don't do it, every other day. I would say that I try and do it at least like once a week and take a day where you don't go on social media, or you just try and really limit your social media time and enjoy nature, enjoy the world, enjoy the company of the people that you're with, and really just tune into yourself and what your body wants to do. And yesterday I actually took a break from social media. Yes, I did post yesterday, but I did not go on Facebook or like Twitter or Instagram. And if I did click on it, it was probably out of habit, which I know is such a bad thing. Like my body should not be in habit of just going on social media sites. But stuff happens, and as soon as I like clicked on it, I would like get out of it, because I just needed a day where I really had my life and I did everything like very intuitively and whenever I felt like it and whatever my body felt like. So whether that was like studying or watching Netflix or reading, anything like that, just the not social media, and really just enjoy my day and my time like to myself. Christian had work all day yesterday, so it was just me, and I've been trying to like recover from this like cold and like sickness or whatever it was, I don't know. And just taking a break from social media can just be really important to yourself and your health, and get outside and go explore the world and enjoy nature. And then number 10 is gonna exclude some people, and I don't mean to do this, but it's a healthy habit that I try and do often, and it's actually with Christians. So if you're not like in a relationship or you don't have like a partner or anything, this might be like a little bit different. But a healthy habit that I do with Christian is we will try and designate at least one night out of the week to just us. So we try and do Sunday nights. Sometimes he works on Sunday nights. Typically he only works during the day on Sundays. So yesterday, like, we got to have our night together. And we will sit down, have dinner in like a face-to-face manner. Not sit and have dinner in front of the TV, not, be playing a game or on our phones or with other people or anything like that. We will sit in our apartment and make dinner together, and then sit down at the table and eat and just talk about our days and our week and how like we feel our lives are going, if we're anxious about anything, how's school going. Not all the time Christian and I can have these deep like talks, because we're both very busy people. In this past week, it's been like the only time that we get to spend together is like doing homework, so we haven't been able to like really just sit and talk. So our Sundays are always really important to us, because we will sit and just talk about like whatever's on our mind and really just be there like with your partner. And this is something that him and I decided to do a while back, and it's something that has really worked for us. And sometimes we will plan for the week. So we'll plan like, okay, this is when you work and then this is when I work. And on this day, like, we're going to go to the movies, or on this day, you know, we're going to make dessert or like bake cookies, or just like anything like that, and kind of just plan the week out. I try and do family dinner every week with my parents, and we try and get together with his parents as much as possible too. So sometimes, like, whenever we're like planning the week out, it's like, okay, well, this is when you work, this is when I work, this is when they're free, so we're gonna do family dinner this night, and really just sit and like plan the entire week. We're both on the same page, and it's just something that's really worked for us. It's really kept us like connected with each other, and we don't really feel, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, I can't speak for him because he's not here, but we don't really feel like we're like disconnecting or drifting away from each other, because we always make sure to have that time to sit and talk to each other with no distractions. And it's just something like, it's like a lot of fun for us, and something that like we look forward to every week. So like, no matter what, like, we have our Sundays, like we have our days where like it's just him and I, and sometimes we don't even get a day, we just get, you know, a night. Last night I think we had like 2 hours, and no, it's not a lot, but you know, when you're both busy, you're both grinding every day, like, there's nothing that you can do about it, and you just make the most of your time that you guys have together. So that is my 10 healthy habits. I have so many more healthy habits that I go by, but I didn't want to make this video too long, even though it's probably long enough already. Comment down below also if you guys would like another healthy habits video. I have so many that I could do and share with you that I would love to film more for you guys, and we can make this kind of like a small video series. So comment down below and let me know, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.